Cloudcast Media. Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. It's always a good day, and we have this phenomenal group in Poway OnStage. We got Sharlene O'Keefe, the executive director, and I hope your ears were burning yesterday. I was bragging about your place. Unbelievable music, great sound, great vibe, great everything, I always wish you guys phenomenal success. How you doing, Sharlene?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. This is Kristen Fogel. She is my co-host and going to be a co-host for indefinite time. She is the executive director of San Diego Writers, Inc. She's also a performer, too. So does some theatrical stuff. Have you ever been to Poway OnStage?
You're just calling me out here. No, I used to review theater in the area. I've produced and directed some stuff, and I just, I saw your name on here. I was so excited because I've never been here, and I know that you do great work. So, yay.
Well, we'd love to have you out. We always love having people out for the first time because you can tell when they walk in the front door, they have this look on their face of awe and wonder because it's such a gem.
It's a beautiful venue. And talk about your mission.
So our mission is to entertain, educate, and enrich through powerful live performances. So we do this in a multitude of ways, but primarily our professional performance series and our arts and education initiative.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and you work with, pretty much almost all the 43 school districts. You're all over the place. And certainly a very strong one with Poway Unified, since you are on the campus, or close enough to the campus, I guess, of Poway High School on this. How long have you been with Poway OnStage?
So I have been with the organization for 10 years.
Right.
I started in operations, moved to Director of Education and Community Engagement, and then last year took over as executive director.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get right into the performance series, and we'll definitely spend time on the arts and education as well. That's a big part of what you do. But you always have a very, very cool lineup, and you were off and running last week. Talk about the first performance.
Yes, we opened our season on last Saturday with the Hitmen of Country, and it was a phenomenal show, great energy. It was a lot of fun because before the show, we had a party out on the plaza where our local rodeo was actually sponsoring the show.
Oh, fun.
So it was a really great vibe. They came out. It was great to have such a community spirit to sort of kick off our season. So
yeah, and it is a very cool. How many seats do you have?
we have just about 800.
Right,
Wow.
There's not a bad seat in the house. I'll tell you that right now. And the acoustics in there is just off the rails.
Phenomenal. And it really, a lot of people say that there's not a bad seat in the house, but really the way that the building was designed, you feel, you can be in the very last row and you just feel so close to the stage. So it's a really intimate setting. So it's a special place.
And there's free parking, and there's plenty of parking, and it's easy to get to. And there's great restaurants in the area. A lot of your shows start around 8 o'clock, correct?
Actually, this season, we moved it up, so we're
did?
starting at 7:30.
7:30.
Okay.
Yes,
Still
7:30.
Still time.
Yeah, there's some great restaurants in the area. So you go ahead and have a bite. And the Brig is there and all that. And of course, now I got to get them to sponsor the show since I use their name, right? All that business, and just a great venue. Do you choose all the artists?
So I do. I am in charge of programming. So this is the first season that I have programmed myself.
Congratulations.
Fun.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's really great. And we do usually 12 to 14 shows in a season. And when you flip through our lineup, you will see some country, some rock, some blues. We've got a full Cirque show this year, which is really fun. A couple of tribute acts to bring in the nostalgia. and some family programming as well. So
Right. So Dave Mason's coming on the 22nd.
he is coming on the 22nd.
Have you seen him before?
I have not. He performed on our stage in 2009, which was just before my time with the organization. So I was very excited to have him on this season.
How are sales going?
Sales are good. Tickets are going fast.
Yes.
Social media, people are super excited about this show. So there's a lot of talk and a lot of movement right now. So
Yeah, and you offer a whole variety of packages. That's what I love about you guys. You get a small pass, you get a big season pass, and all that business, and a whole wide variety of that aspect of it. Are you growing your season ticket base?
we actually are. So there's a little bit of a trend right now in the industry of subscriptions going down. But when we launched our season, we actually gained 40 subscribers.
Wow.
That's big.
Yes. Yeah. So we're super excited about that. I think people like to be able to plan to come multiple times throughout the year.
Exactly.
And when we offer such a wide variety of shows, they really can, sort of pick and choose, sprinkle through.
And you kind of have this unique model too of this like one time only sort of event, which is really great because and that's impetus to go. I mean, oftentimes I'll be like, oh, I have a month and a half to see that show, but blink and you miss it. These people are gone from your venue.
Yeah, because most of our artists are nationally or internationally touring artists. So we will get them, oftentimes they're on the road and they come, they'll come from LA to us and then they're off to, Arizona or something for the next day. So we really do have kind of a unique model in that sense.
Yeah, it's also about this, and as Sharlene knows, I've been going to this for quite a while, but it is just a phenomenal experience. The artists, and I'm not sure if you guys just have some secret sauce there that you're not sharing with people. They are having so much fun. They interact very well with the audience. And, you go to shows and listen, some of these folks, can interact. There's not been one artist of a show I've been to at your place where they're just so excited to be there. And of course, the audience reacts right to it. Talk about that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's always nice when we get the artists in. We take a lot of effort in the hospitality that we provide the artists, and we find that really, relaxes them and gets them in a sort of community headspace. And so then you couple that with the fact that the audience is right there and so close to them. And yeah, we always get a great show.
I think too, as a performer as well, I've performed lots of different things all over. And when you're in a world-class venue, you feel better. And, like I'm going to look and I'm going to sound good here. And I apologize, I haven't been there yet, but it sounds like you guys have a really amazing venue. So
once you go, you will go.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, and a lot of those things are kid-friendly. You've got Cirque coming on October the 7th.
Yeah, so this is one of the shows that sort of crosses between our arts and education initiative and our professional performance series. So Cirque Mechanics is a world-class Cirque troupe. The mechanics in their name sort of tell you they always have some sort of mechanical piece, and they're kind of looking at how the mechanical world and the physical world and the artistic world kind of collide. So this show is all about wind power. So they have a full-size rotating windmill on the stage, and everything is kind of, there's a woman swinging from her hair. On gosh. It is absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait. We haven't had a show quite this large in our venue in quite some time. So we will be busing students in on the Friday morning. And then we'll have a public performance on Saturday.
No, that sounds phenomenal. Talk about who's on October the 14th.
So October the 14th, we have Jarabe Mexicano, and they will be doing their Dia de los Muertos celebration show. And they actually have roots here in San Diego. I think most of them came up through San Diego State. So we're really excited for them to be here. They haven't performed in San Diego in a time. So this will also be a education show as well. So we'll bus the students in on Friday morning for that. They do a different show for their for the students than they do for their public show. Okay. A little bit more educational and about the instruments and really sort of diving into Dia de los Muertos and the traditions.
Sure, exactly. We're chatting with Sharlene O'Keefe. She is the Executive Director of Poway OnStage. I'm Drew Schlosberg. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, the nation's longest-running community podcast. We're now in our 17th year. We're broadcast here at the Mission Fed Studios in Scripps Ranch and Mission Federal Credit Union, doing great things in our community for 60 years. and joined by my very cool co-host, Kristen Fogel. She's the executive director of San Diego Writers, Inc. You deal with a lot of schools, do you not?
Ish, yeah.
But not so much in the K-12, more in the colleges at all?
It depends. I mean, we do some outreach type stuff with Liberty School since we're at Liberty Station. I'm a teaching artist, so I'm, working with different homeschool groups and bringing people in and stuff like that. So we mostly cater to an adult audience, but we love the kiddos. I'm a parent. So,
of course. So here's one I can't wait to see, the Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That was the one I starred as well.
Yeah, we're super excited about this. So, a lot of our subscriber base, they love this time period and this sort of nostalgia of the Rat Pack. So we're excited to have them on the stage, and we're actually going to have a pre-show event with this one as well.
Nice.
It's still in the planning phase, so don't ask me too many details, but we know it'll be sort of a casino-themed pre-party. So.
Oh, cool.
That's right. Then you got Jake coming back. He's a sort of a regular, is he not?
Oh, we love Jake. So if you haven't seen Jake, he walks on stage and he just emanates love and humanity and all good things. And then he starts singing and everybody's in love. So
yeah, no, that's great. That's going to be on December the 2nd. Talk about arts and education. Again,
yes.
it's in the DNA of Poway OnStage, yours as well on this. Talk about how people can help support you in that.
Yeah. So our arts and education initiative really has grown through COVID. Actually, we had a huge surge in our arts and education programming when we went virtual. So we used to serve about 4,000 students, primarily in Poway Unified. And when everything shut down, I was still teaching art at an elementary school. So I started figuring out how to teach my students art virtually. And then I realized that there was such a need for all of the teachers. And so I took what I learned about trying to do it over here and I put it into our virtual performance series. And that season, we served about 425,000 students.
Oh my gosh. That is quite the jump.
County. Yes. So coming back out of that, we're sort of finding a way to blend the virtual because teachers have come to depend on our curriculum as a way to bring arts into their classrooms, particularly in the elementary schools. And then we're pairing it with some live performances either on our stage or sending workshops into the school after they do the virtual performance curriculum. Then they can have a live, Latin rhythms workshop. So it's really been exciting to come back out of that and sort of blend what we're doing on our stage with our professional performance series and what we're doing in arts and education.
I think Sharlene has heard me say this before. I'm not sure you have, Kristen. Anytime I have an arts group on, whether it's, VAPA Foundation or pick a topic, I go off in my soapbox and say, if Drew was running the world, he would only teach every single subject area through arts. Science, math, language arts, history, chemistry. You can all teach through theater. You can all teach through music. You can all teach X, Y, and Z. I hope I'm around in this world when someone finally gets it, and that's the only thing they're going to do in the curriculum because they can show how you can do all of this. You know this because you're in theatrical stuff. When we come back from break, let's talk about some of the other performing series that are coming back in this aspect of it, and we always like to save time. Sharlene, as you know, for how our listeners can support your efforts when we return with Sharlene O'Keefe, Executive Director of Poway OnStage. You're listening to Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, joined by my co-host, Kristen Fogel, Executive Director of San Diego Writers, Inc. We will be right back.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, The unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg, and you're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, the nation's longest-running community podcast, now in our 17th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, broadcast in the Mission Fed studios in Scripps Ranch, and Mission Federal Credit Union continuing to elevate cool things in San Diego for more than 60 years. Got Sharlene O'Keefe in with us, Executive Director of Poway OnStage, joined by my co-host, Kristen Fogel, Executive Director of San Diego Writers, Inc. North, the musical, what's that all about?
So North, the musical, is a very special project. It's near and dear to my heart. We started with this artist during the pandemic. We did a virtual field trip with Ashley St. Armand. Her stage name was Jazzy Ash. And she did a lovely jazz-based performance for our students. And we looked at, the ties to African-American culture and that sort of thing. And this was her project that she wrote this musical about this young boy and his mother as they travel north to find freedom. And it really is such a lovely story. You find yourself laughing and crying. It's, it's a heavy topic about, the Underground Railroad and things like that, but
right.
It's written so well. The music is absolutely beautiful. And it's really about their relationship and the people that they encounter and the things that they do along the way. So we helped them co-create the virtual experience last year, and it was in our virtual performance curriculum last season. So we're very excited to have them on the stage this year. And again, we will be doing bus-in performances as well as a public show.
No, that's terrific. 10 tenors.
10 tenors. Yes, this is one of those shows. If you would like tickets, you should jump on
now.
that because they are definitely
Gonna sell out.
Definitely going to sell out. They were supposed to come last year around Christmas time, and their tour actually canceled. They didn't come to the U.S. last year. And so everybody is very excited to have them back on the stage. So
yeah, exactly. March 15th, who do you have with us then?
Yes, March 15th, we have Celtic Spells. And so this will be on the Friday before St. Patrick's Day. So we are expecting to have a great, lively Celtic crowd. And it will be music and dancing, so live music. She plays the fiddle. I think she might dance as much as the dancer while she's playing the fiddle. If you enjoy sort of that Celtic
Absolutely.
Experience, it'll be really exciting.
Well, it's all. Have you ever seen a Celtic show?
I haven't, but my father-in-law is a big fan. So when I was flipping through this morning, I saw this and I was like, yep, that's his Christmas gift. So yeah, I was excited to see that. And then I also see that Charlotte's Web is coming. So you don't have an in-house performance troupe, right? So who's doing Charlotte's Web?
Yeah, so Charlotte's Web is from TheaterWorks USA.
Okay.
And they are, again, a touring act. They write and direct and produce all their shows, and then they put them on the road. And so we're able to bring them in for, we're doing a 2-day run. It'll be a Sunday matinee for the public audience, and then Monday morning for about 1,400 students.
Wow.
So we do 2 shows, and we're
That's
very
great.
excited.
Yeah, can you speak to California Dreamin'?
California Dreamin'. So again, I will say if you are a fan of Back to the Garden or, rock music, you should get your tickets quickly. This one is selling out super fast. So we have Back to the Garden about every other year, and they are a local band. They do story concerts. And so really they take a theme, in this case, California Dreaming, and they say it's the epic songs of California, and sort of the defining that sort of California rock vibe. And they play the songs and they're telling stories, and it's a really good mix of music and theatrics. They're not actors, they're performers.
Yeah.
But it really does, it's a really special show. And this is one that our subscribers, they get to pick their shows. So you pick 5 when you're a subscriber. And this is a heavy popular hit with our subscribers.
So I've seen Back to the Garden Band a bunch of times. They are absolutely unbelievable musicians. First of all, right off of the gate, they are phenomenal musicians. They are unbelievable on stage. So I've seen them do The Last Waltz. I've seen them do Woodstock. They've done the Sounds of Laurel Canyon. I know I'm missing a few others on here. I mean, I will be at this one. And I'll tell you, the listeners, get on this quick. This will sell out. And I got to tell you, these guys are phenomenal. So when I saw them back on the stage, I said, good for you, Sharlene, for getting them on. You will not be disappointed. They are one of the best groups I've seen. Every once in a while, Sue Palmer pops her head in and plays. She's a boogie-woogie piano player. How old is Sue? Is she in her 70s?
I'm not sure, and I'm not.
I'm gonna.
I'll let you do the guessing on that one.
Well, no, she's just an unbelievable piano player. Maybe she's in her 60s. I don't know. Sue, I'm sorry if I said it. It was Neville Villamoria saying this, not Drew Schlossberg. Okay, we'll blame it on him over here.
But they bring with them just
100%.
So many local artists really doing phenomenal performances. So it's really a special event.
This is going to be great. What's going on with this drum group back?
So yes, we are bringing back Drum Tao. So they have been on our stage. This will be the 3rd time.
Right.
They sell out every time. A lot of people, when they first hear, they say, I don't know if I can go to a whole show of taiko drumming. But Drum Tao is really, this is their 30th anniversary, and they are masterful at putting together a production. You get the taiko drums, you get some dancing, you get quiet flute pieces, you get beautiful, fabric performances. So they really blend a lot of different musical cultures together in a show that just sort of travels you through the storyline. There's loud parts, there's quiet parts, there's funny parts. They're a really great group. So we're super excited to have them back for their 30th anniversary.
That's good. And then one of my all-time favorites, the fabulous Thunderbirds with Kim Wilson. If you like harmonica music and you like unbelievable blues.
How many concerts have you been to over there? This is compelling. Huh?
Well,
you're just there every time.
Listen, I've been honored. They've been very, very kind. Because I'd love to shout them out on the show. I can't shout them out enough. What they do. It's just a great venue. And, when I have the opportunity to bring somebody that's not been there before, they go, how have I been missing this? I will guarantee you, when you go this year, you're going to say, how do I do this?
Yeah.
How have I missed this?
No doubt.
And the vibe is great. You get there and happen to know some of the ushers that I was on the chamber board with George, who's there all the time, and some of my 2 of my former colleagues at the Union Tribune are there as ushers as well. But it's just a great experience, and everyone's in a good mood, and they're smiling, and because they haven't had a hassle with any traffic or anything. I'm telling you. I mean, so are you a PR director for PowayOn?
Should be.
No, it's an amazing. If you love music, I go to 46 concerts on my boat, and right in front of Humphreys and so forth, and Jazz Fest and all that. But I love music, and this is a great place to do it.
Well, and I think that speaks to why our subscriber base is rising right now. Because really what happens is someone hasn't heard of our space and they get invited by a friend and, and then they say, oh my goodness, how have I not been here?
Correct.
And then they find a couple shows that they can come to and then they bring their friends. And, so it really has that sort of a cross between, this world-class professional venue with all the sparkle and all of that and, a hometown vibe, so it really is, it's a really special
It's a perfect play for a Friday night or a Saturday night. Literally, it's 10 minutes off the freeway, for God's sake, And I think in some ways I'm a little greedy. I don't want people to find out too much about this.
We want them to know.
No, I'm teasing, of course, because maybe then the Fabulous Thunderbirds will play 2 days, somewhere down the road. Talk about Material Girls.
So Material Girls was a show that I put on. It's our last show of the season. It really was just kind of a whimsical choice. So 2 of the performers here were on our stage last year in the ABBA show. And they were,
which was very good, by the way.
They were such phenomenal singers and showmen, and they connected with the crowd, and they were really, really adored by our people. And so then I saw that they were part of this Material Girls, and so that sold me on it right away because I knew it was going to be, spot on as far as the vocals. And yeah, it is a tribute to Madonna, Cher, Lady Gaga, and Adele. There's special guest appearances by Shania Twain and Blondie, and some other folks they sprinkle in there. So it really is just a fun way to end the season. It is. It's a tribute band, and they're wearing the costumes, and they're doing all the dances and things. So it really is just pure fun.
That's great. We're chatting with Sharlene O'Keefe. She's the Executive Director of Poway OnStage. I'm Drew Schlosberg, Cloudcast Media, joined by my co-host, Kristen Fogel. So how do people get engaged with you, and what can we do to support you besides filling up those seats?
Yes.
But they can also support you with arts and education too, correct?
Yes. So filling up the seats is always fantastic.
Right.
We actually are just relaunching kind of our membership program. So if someone is, coming to the center and seeing what we do and not really sure how to get deeper involved, it is a way to, you make a contribution and you join the membership circle, and there's different perks for different levels. And we really enjoy, working with our constituents that way. But then we also have a lot of businesses that sponsor shows. If you flip through our brochure on our website, you'll see the Rotary, and you'll see, I mentioned Poway Rodeo, and Leah McBride of
Right.
Pacific Mortgage. So that's another way, attaching your business to a show. It helps us to be able to keep our ticket prices down. And there's perks for that as well. And then we also have season sponsors who sponsor a season, the full season of programming, both for our professional performances and for our arts and education initiative. So it's a way that you can, we can help to promote your business while we're doing good things in the community.
Yeah, and I must say, I do have I walk the talk. I am a membership circle person.
You are.
And proud to do it, and it's worth every penny of it. One, it supports Poway OnStage. It supports arts and education, supports great music in our communities. Really, I would just love to see more people continue to get involved in this. Kristen Fogel.
I can't wait to go. I mean, this really is a great season. I don't know how you do it, whether, you just see who's kind of in town or you say, I want to rock. I don't know how you do the magic that you do, but.
Well, I would tell you, last week I was in Seattle at our annual booking conference. And so I've started now thinking about season 2024-25
Of course.
Of booking that. So it really is a year-round effort on my part to sort of, to curate the series, to be able to bring, to bring our subscribers back and bring in new audiences and excite and enrich and educate. Along with our mission.
And it's literally a who's who. We saw Charlie Musselwhite, one of the iconic harmonica players, was there, and the people you've brought in, Marty Stewart. I saw Marty Stewart there, and these are they have Hall of Fame performers, and they are so engaged with the audience. I've seen performers that are pretty big time, and then they just can't wait to get off stage.
Yeah.
This is the exact opposite of it. Roger McGuinn, 3 times I've seen him, the Birds, and talks a little bit about his history and so forth. And they sell out, and they put on a great show.
They do, yeah. And we love it when the artists, tell stories a little bit in between. Sprinkle in some stories. It really feels like a special.
Well, these guys are iconic, and they're and listen, not going to be around forever. Even though sometimes you think they might be on this. Charlene, it's always great to see you. We're going to have you back on. Be thinking about when you want to come on in December to chat about some of the winter stuff you're doing and get ready for that as well. And Kristen, I hope I'm going to see you at one of these concerts and these performances.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to.
Very
Definitely.
good. Charlene, shout out the website one more time.
It's PowayOnStage.org.
Very good. Always good chatting with you. Wishing you nothing but phenomenal success. Sharlene O'Keefe, Executive Director of Poway OnStage. I'm Drew Schlosberg, Cloudcast Media. You've been listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community, the nation's longest running community podcast, now in our 17th year. We hope you enjoyed the show.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.